Hi, this is Political News in 5, and today is June 26, 2022. I'm Aisha Osori. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is who are going to be the vice presidential candidates for Peter Obi and Tinubu. Now, lawsuits have been filed and a lot of controversy around the legality of using placeholders, but it's very unlikely that these candidates decided to go through the placeholder route without first consulting with INEC. Now, they have until July 15th to submit the names of who will be their substantive running mates. Now, for Obi, the stories have been around Professor Mahmoud Jega, former INEC chairman, around Khalifa Sanusi Mohammed, former CBN governor, and around Rabiu Kwankwaso, who was former governor of Kano and now the head of the NNPP party. For Tinubu, it seems to be a bit weightier and trickier, maybe the burden of incumbency of the APC and also his own lifetime ambition. But there are apparently around 3 sources for where the name of the vice president could come from. One source is the presidency, which ironically, although they didn't support him, seem to think they have a say in who his VP will be. And they're suggesting Hadi Sirika, the Minister of Aviation, and Malami, the current Attorney General. On the governor's side, the APC governors who helped Tinubu clinch the APC presidential ticket, their shortlist is Lalong, the governor of Plateau, El-Rufai, the governor of Kaduna, and Zulum, the governor of Borno. And on Tinubu's side, his preference apparently lies between Ganduje, the governor of Kano, Shetima, the former governor of Borno, now a senator, and third, Masari, not the placeholder, but the current governor of Katsina. Another name that's been touted is Buba Marwa, former military governor of Lagos State, currently the head of NDLEA. That might be a nominee of the military industrial complex. Let's keep watching. I'm just curious to think that a man like Tinubu, who is famed for having an eye for talent and who says this has been his lifetime ambition, doesn't have a sense of who his vice presidential candidate will be. It's a bit disconcerting, to say the least. And then the second thing I want to talk about today is who didn't make the list. And I'm very happy to report that there are 3 names that give me lots of pleasure. One is the current Senate chairman, President Ahmed Lawan, who has, for the first time since 1999, will not be on the ballot. So he's been on a legislator for 24 years. Governor Mahi of Ebonyi, and also Akpabio, who's been governor, minister, senator, as well as commissioner. People like Akpabio have been in office since 2002 when he was first appointed as a commissioner in Akwa Ibom. 20 years later, I'm quite certain that his constituencies have not really had any benefit from his being in office. Let's see what happens, and let's hope that they don't find a backdoor way to get on INEC's list. We'll be watching. And then finally, I want to talk about somebody who's on the list but generating a lot of controversy, and that's Tinubu. And the controversy is around his education qualification and Section 131 of the Constitution that says, amongst other things that makes the person eligible, or one of the qualifications that he should have, is a school leaving certificate or its equivalent. It's very important to hold on to that. Now, what's the controversy? It seems there's no proof of Tinubu's formal education, and it could be a mix of different things, and all sorts of conspiracy theories are out there, including that the person who first filled his forms in 1999, didn't put in the right information. Be that as it may, people are calling for INEC to disqualify him, but it's very unlikely that INEC will do that for at least 2 reasons. One is political, and the other is legality. On the political level, INEC is not going to have any political will. They didn't have political will 8 years ago when the same controversy about General Muhammad Buhari's qualifications came up. So it's very unlikely that they will take any action with this particular one. The second is the legality, where, as mentioned, it is the Constitution that states who is eligible. And while INEC has some discretion, the truth is that eligibility requirement is set by the Constitution. So it's very likely that INEC will say, let this be dealt with through the courts. Now, courts have also said that when it comes to determining the equivalency of secondary school, INEC has a discretion, and maybe that's where all these jokes about NEPA bills come in. But I can say with authority, as someone who had to submit my education qualifications to the party in 2014 when I wanted to run for the House of Reps, that having master's or even a degree does not take the place of a school leaving certificate. In the way that, we can be very dogmatic and bureaucratic in Nigeria, they want the equivalent. It doesn't matter if you have something higher. So let's wait and see what happens. Personally, I also think that we should be wary that this long-standing controversy about who Tinubu is what his qualifications are, about his personal life. These are all, clues about what we're trying to get ourselves into. And the truth is, thinking people who are tired of Nigeria being run by a cult of people who have the liver to do the most diabolical things should be very wary of supporting this particular candidate. There's a mystery in there, and it's not a particularly good one. So that's it. Please get your PVC. Registration is still ongoing. INEC has extended the deadline. Get your PVC and let's fight for the soul of Nigeria. Stay well and see you next week. Bye.